that's the beauty of the law in our country. It's just like upgrading software, like a new case law. The new situation comes up, the courts evaluate, they decide. So when it comes to situations like that, they evaluate, like say, like there's a spill in Publix, right? If in Publix, they literally, you know this, if in Publix the spill happens and an employee gets it, and maybe in that fraction of a second you slip, it's not as good of a case as if that stain sat there for an hour, 30 minutes, right? That's what you're evaluating, right?
Correct. And when
The law protects.
you're talking about a liquid substance on a floor, there's actually a specific Florida statute that requires us as the lawyers to prove notice. We've got to prove that that thing had been there long enough that they should have done something about it.
Right.
And you can prove that many ways, but that's a requirement in proving your case. So if you go to court and you cannot prove that they knew or should have known about this thing and taken action to correct it prior to your incident, because it happened 30 seconds before, then you're not going to win your case, and you need a lawyer that knows that. You need a lawyer that's going to tell you that at the out front, be honest with you about what the potential problems are. And so, that's a huge one in those, liquid on the floor cases. You've got to be able to prove notice.
Right. And as far as car accidents, the other major area you see, right?
Exactly right. And I mean, there are other things. We do a little bit of products liability here and there if it's the right case. If it's not, we'll send that to another law firm that specializes. Medical malpractice, we usually will send that out to another law firm that specializes. If I have a client that has a problem and that's not something that I do, I want to get them to somebody that does. I really think the law over the last 20, 30 years has become so specialized. You really don't have too many of these guys that just hang a shingle and do everything. Come to me with your family law case, your criminal case, your injury case. Not effective.
Right.
Really not effective. And so I'd rather get those people to somebody that is doing that every single day.
Right.